Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Three Borders Sports Network. Welcome to the Giants Coaches Show here, and welcome to Red River Communications Cable Channel number 28. That was easy for me to say.
You kind of screwed that up a little bit.
That's I did a little bit.
Yep,
I'm all right. The Giants, the Coaches Show presented by Giants. There you go. And our camera shots are brought to you by Digital Guru. Good evening, everybody. I'm Joe Schreiner. That's Brian Watson to my right. And B-Dub, you're running the show tonight.
I'm going to try to. So we're a little down, made a couple changes here.
Yeah.
That guy down there complained about it right away when he walked in.
Right.
But, hey, he's not in charge. He doesn't own the company. So
I can't believe it. It worked like right away 2 times in a row.
That's 2 times in a row for him, isn't it?
You haven't been here, so we've been on our game.
Can you turn me up a little bit there?
I can do that.
There you go.
I can turn you up in the headset.
Thank you.
You're like a rapper now.
That's what the producer does.
Well, that's what the rapper says.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like that.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
All right.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I'm better now.
Okay.
We're joined here by head coach of the Husky. Don't take the shot away yet, because I'm going to have you in this conversation.
I'm not.
We're joined now by head coach of the Huskies golf team, ladies golf team, and that is none other than Jeff Ralph. Jeff, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Joe.
Hi, Jeff, and appreciate you coming in. Hey, the
Brian.
Twins.
The Twins won.
Twins won today.
Yeah, they did.
I wanted to talk about that real quick before we moved on. That was pretty good. They won 2-0 today.
Yep.
Is it his show? He's trying to take over as
That's
host.
all right.
Okay, all
He
right.
can do that.
Yeah, all right.
It'd probably be better.
But he still wants a chair.
He's not getting one of. He's not getting one of these.
It looks like I'm sitting on a stool
Exactly.
on the floor.
That's right. That's where you belong over there.
We're sitting on one of these giant seed buckets is what we're sitting on.
That's what happens when I own half the company, okay, and I get here first and I set up everything, and I'm the producer. So you guys get the leftovers.
All right, I guess
so. I'm just
All
saying.
right. Let's get down to business here. Jeff's only got a limited amount of time here.
Well, he normally goes long anyway, so we need to get him in and out of here.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, okay.
We got Coach Margaret Kruger coming up next, and she wants to go on as quickly as she can as well. So she wants to get over to the science volleyball game. So
2-1, you call her Wilson tonight.
I didn't say that, did I? Already? Her husband gave me heck the other night at the volleyball game. And some of his friends were giving him grief that I was calling her Margaret Wilson. And
I don't think you've gone a game yet without calling.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
All right. We're joined by Jeff Ralph, head coach of the ladies golf team here. And Jeff, what can I say? The season's over already.
I know. Man.
All right. Now I've got one word that I want to describe the team as for the whole year when I looked at it, and I want to see what if I asked you to describe that team in one word, what would you say? How would you describe them?
Goofy.
Goofy. Wow. Well, I was going to say consistent because, and the only fact I was going to say consistent was, and we'll get to your goofy comment when we get to the end of the conversation. But the only reason I say consistent is because it seemed like every time you went to a tournament, you had 12 regular season tournaments, you were in that 4 or 5 spot. In fact, only 5th a couple of times.
Twice, yep.
And then in the state tournament, you finished 5th, and all the rest of them were 4th.
Yep.
That's pretty crazy.
You know, golf is those top 3 teams. Well, 4 now. I mean, you throw Mandan in that mix, but the top 3 teams in our region are good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we were talked off the air. Davies has 3 all-conference players. Red River has 5, and Cheyenne has 2. There's the top 10 right there.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody else got 1. There's usually, you know, we'll have 1 girl. Hal was all-conference last year. And I think she ended up 13th or something this year. And, I mean, those teams are so good. And if you look historically, we're really good.
Mm-hmm.
And we're 5th with that.
Isn't that something?
I mean, 686, you know, 2014, we were
I was going to say, talk about 2014. You mentioned that off the air again. We were talking about that.
We shot 358 in the region and won it.
Yeah.
And we were 344 last week. But then I think at state we maybe shot 720, and we were 4th. You know, if we shoot 686 that year, we'd probably win it. You know, I'd have to look it up, but we would have come home with a trophy for sure.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
Girls golf, those Red River girls are fantastic, and they're loaded. I mean, he's wondering who to get rid of, the girl who shoots 79 or 80 for their 6 at state. I mean, Are you kidding me?
Wow.
You know, and the Davies girls are tough, and Cheyenne is young.
Mm-hmm.
And we have all juniors and a sophomore and an 8th grader, and we feel like we're pretty good. And, consistent was right. We really were. We were right there the whole time in that 4 spot. But, there, Brian said it. There's no chance even to move up at state. We'd had to shoot 250 to –
Yeah.
I mean, those teams are just that good.
Yeah.
And we played good. We played really good.
Yeah, B-Dub mentioned it off air that we were talking about is you'd had to made up, 40 shots to get into to a higher position at state, and that's almost crazy.
Well, I mean, I guess at the beginning of the season, not knowing everything else that's going to happen, but if you said, hey, you're going to have 3 girls at state shoot 85, you'd be like, oh, we'll finish top 3 maybe.
Yep, here we go. Yep.
But there's just too much at the top to close up that gap.
Yeah, the piece we were missing is we didn't have, even Anna Huddle from Mandan, she shoots 70, 71 or whatever at state. I mean, we don't have that. We don't have a 73 girl. And we have good consistency, and that's why the tiebreaker for us is huge. When you get into that, when you have 85, 85, 85, well, then you can't count 110. So that was really important for us. But, I feel like we were really good.
Yeah, you did. And you had your consistency with Hallie, Olivia, London, and at times Scout and all the rest of them too. And I mean, just
Claire Langwalter. I mean,
played well.
Our third 85 on Monday. I mean, that for her. I wrote down. Last year at state, Olivia was 66th, probably 80 players, give or take. 66th this year. She shoots a 169. She's 18th.
Tied for 18th.
She goes 85, 84.
Yep.
Claire, or let's go to London. London was 60th last year. She's 29th. And Claire was 51st, and she finished 32nd this year.
Wow.
I mean, their scores are – Claire was down 10. London was down 14. Olivia, I don't even know what she shot. I mean, I'm sure – well, it was higher than that 188.
Right,
Olivia might have, beat her score by 30 maybe.
Wow.
So, I mean, they just played so good. And, you talk about even when you look at Scout, didn't have a great year, but dug on it every time we needed that 91 to count or something. Scout was right there, too.
She was there with that, yeah.
So, I mean, she didn't have the great year, but she still was an important piece. And Ella Langwalter moving in at the end, I mean, as an 8th grader and kind of fought and won that spot. And, again, she shoots 99 on day 2. Now she's been at the state tournament. She's been at the region tournament. And now she's going to be a freshman, and she knows what it's about. And, she starts out Tuesday with a birdie on the first hole, knocks it up by the green or maybe even on the green. And, I mean, we have some really good players. And, if somebody could figure out a way to shoot 75 or a couple of them, we're right in the hunt then next year.
Yeah,
and
there you go.
That's, the goofy thing I said is, they're all – they all have their own personality, and they all have their own things they do, and they kind of drive you crazy when you practice with them and when you're on the bus and 2 nights in a motel. Are you kidding me? But what a fun crew. And I said at our banquet last year, I said, this is the most fun I've ever had coaching, and this is the best team I've ever coached. And I lied, because this year was even better with these kids. I mean, they gave me everything they had. And whenever I asked them to do something to make a change, they would work on it and they would do it. And, what more can you ask of kids? Because they get comfortable with something, and then you try to, we're going to save some shots with this. And we worked on just pitching with 8 irons from 20 feet off the green. And pretty soon all the balls are rolling up to the hole. And, now that's something that we'll be even better at next year. So it'll be fun to see.
Well, not only the goofy comment, but you get to push repeat and do it all over again next year with the same crew.
Oh, I know, and that's going to be fun, I think.
Absolutely it will be.
If we can see, when you play golf, and Brian would know, he broke 100, I think, once this year, how hard it is to do it. And then once you do it, okay, now you break 90, and now 90 is even harder.
Yeah.
And then you go to 80. It's even more difficult to break 80.
Yep.
And that's where we're getting at, where now you're not going to see girls move up 30 positions.
I'm sorry.
And you're not going to see that 30 positions in state.
Yep.
But we don't need 30 anymore. We just need a few. Right. And I think, Olivia's a prime example. her game improved so much. She goes her last 5 or 4 scores are 82, 83, 84, 85. That's a girl who was jumping for joy to break 90, and now she's expecting it. You know, she day one she shoots 44, doesn't have a par, but she eagles. 18.
Oh wow!
You know, we started on 10. Eagles 18.
Yeah.
Well, then she goes out and plays great on the back and shoots 41, and it's like, there you go, Olivia.
See,
you know,
could
so
be done.
it's we've seen a lot of that with these girls, and it's exciting. And you know, even I think with Scout, you know, didn't really have a great season, but you know what? I bet she's gonna next year.
Yeah, I bet she will.
'Cause that'll be something that kind of gets in her craw a little bit, and she'll want to improve on. And so, yeah, just a fun crew and a fun way to end the year. And you know, coaching golf is different in that sometimes you're with girls the whole time. I felt like if I walked with Claire, I was probably, you know, would add 10 shots to her game. So I'd Claire, you need anything? And she'd say, give me water. I'd give her water, and I'd get the heck out of there.
Yeah.
But, you know, Hallie
Let her go.
liked to have somebody walk with her, and Bachl did the 2 days at State. Sometimes London would, you know, we walk with her a little bit and scout a little bit. But, you know, I mean, it's just, they're all different, and you just got to see what they need that day. And I couldn't be prouder of them. It was so fun to be there and for them to be part of that, and it was a pretty cool year.
Yeah, and just another on the consistency thing is again 4th or 5th all year long, and a lot of times it was 4th. But again, the 343 both days at State.
Yep, and 344 last Monday at the region.
At the region.
So we played really well at that golf course, and and I think
that's right, because the East Region was up there.
Yep, and
Same course.
You know, that was the familiarity of it. Then that we felt pretty comfortable there. They played really well in early August when we went there, and you know, I think they felt really good about going back there. And you know, some really tough golf. Mandan, just phenomenal. Anna Huddle was amazing, and Red River. You know, Hallie got to play, and Scout got to play with some really good players, Rose Solberg and Lexi Bartley, and the girls from Red River, Jaya Grube and Ella Spidell and Sophie Brackey. I mean, they're fantastic golfers, and our girls got to see some of that and figure some of that out.
So when they see that, or they get to play with some of those girls, did they develop that friendship too as well?
Oh, I mean, it's amazing.
It's just crazy. Huh?
We got done with our practice round on Sunday, and Jaya Grube, from the number 1 player from Red River and the senior athlete from the East from Red River, said, we're having team bonding, and well, where's it at? And she gave us her address, so we drove over their house and parked the bus crooked in the driveway and took a picture and sent to her.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's such a different deal where, you know, I asked Coach Watson about Seeley Stockmo from Shanley, and he's probably not a fan.
Yeah.
You know, she's a big girl.
She's a big
good
girl
player,
to play basketball, yeah.
Her and Scout are pretty good friends on the golf course. And,
wow.
I mean, it's weird like that, in that you're so competitive in basketball, but in golf, they encourage each other. And, you know, Hallie, you know, she's playing with Jaya, playing with Peyton Stalker from Cheyenne, and playing with Rose Solberg, you know, or Lexi Bartley, one of the 2 state champions they have, all the time. And it's a little intimidating for her. Yeah. But those girls, I mean, they're, good shot, Hal. Good. I mean, they're encouraging her, you know, and I don't know if she feels worthy to encourage them, but she is, you know, she's part of that deal. And it's really pretty cool how they do that. And that's all the way through. You go down to the number 6 players, they're the same way. A girl will duff it, and they'll all say, that's okay, you got the next one. And it's kind of a cool thing.
Good deal.
Yeah, we see that after a lot of our games, girls that play basketball and play golf, you'll see them talking to each other after the game. I'm like, where's that? Oh, golf. I'm like, yeah.
Ella Spidell from, you know.
Sure.
Ella and McKenna and Hallie and Scout, and they'd all take a picture with Eric Sanders, the assistant coach from
Every time we play Red River,
they
they go over to Sanders. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess so.
And then an hour later, I get a picture of them with Sanders. So
there you go.
So it's a pretty cool camaraderie type thing in golf, and the coaches are the same way. We're really a fun crew to be with, and pretty fun.
Not intense as it is on the sideline of a basketball court for you.
Not quite as intense as that gets to be.
When's your awards banquet?
Tomorrow night.
That? Oh, you were going to have that quick?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll get the awards from Grippers tomorrow, and
you do that at?
It'll be at the high school.
High school.
Yep. recognize
Okay.
all our players and pass out our awards. And
All right. Other than Goofy, what's your favorite memory of this whole year, this season,
well, I think
2023?
I think how well we played here at our 2-day tournament.
Yes.
You know, I that told me, because that was like a week and a half before the region, I felt like we were set.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we back up to the very first week at the East-West when we finished 5th, I thought, here we go. This is our team. And then when we did it at our 2-day, which is kind of a dry run for state, I mean, all of coaches have talked about that. I think that was the indicator that, you know, we're gonna be right there.
We're on the page.
You know what, I didn't think we could win it. I didn't know if we could even be 3rd or 4th, but I'm really happy with where these girls finished, and I think that day really proved it when we came back on Saturday. So
congratulations to you and the girls again. A fine season, consistent season for a goofy bunch of girls. And you get some of those girls on your goofy basketball squad.
Yeah,
this
they
year.
are goofy. That's a good descriptor. So
That'll be the name on the back of the T-shirt there.
it might
Goofy
be
Squad. Huh?
Yep, the Goofy Squad. So yeah, nice job, man.
Yeah,
fun crew.
Well done.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Well done.
Yep.
It's really a fun crew and a fun year, and a lot of miles on the bus with them, but
Yep.
it was a lot of fun.
Have a good night at the awards banquet tomorrow night too.
Thanks, I
All
appreciate
right,
it.
congratulations to all the girls, and what job well done. We're proud of you too, and congratulations once again. We were scheduled to have Margaret Kruger up next, but I think Larry Lash is waiting in the wings, so we might have to skip to him here real quick as we're going to go to break, and we'll be right back. Thanks again, Jeff, for joining us, and we'll be right back with somebody right after this.
Sometimes it's tough being a dad. Kids grow up fast. Hey, girls. Oh, love it.
Dad, what are you doing?
I'm TikToking.
Is he serious?
Don't even want me around anymore. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. Hugs mean a lot to a dad. So, with Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
Your business depends on technology. Digital Guru provides professional IT solutions you can trust to keep it moving forward. From redesigning existing systems to brand new builds, we offer your business managed IT services, including backups, cybersecurity, cloud services, remote desk support, and more. And don't forget, we also provide audio, video, security camera, and door access control installation. Focus on what you do best and leave the technology to the professionals. Contact Digital Guru today.
Here at the Amanda Frederick State Farm Agency, we do our best to make insurance a little less insurance-y for you. Hi, this is Amanda, your local State Farm agent. You've probably seen our team out and about volunteering in the community, participating in local events, and just doing our all-around best to support and encourage a healthy, vibrant community. Stop into our office sometime and find out why we've been consistently voted best insurance agency in the Valley and why State Farm has been a trusted household name in insurance for 100 years. We hope to meet you soon.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Superior Builders in Breckenridge specializes in post-frame buildings with 25 years worth of knowledge and experience in the post-frame industry. Licensed and insured, Superior Builders offers pre-engineered commercial buildings, farm shops, hobby buildings, and storage buildings. Superior Builders also offers a 40-year paint warranty and lifetime column warranty. Superior Builders in Breckenridge, building your dream to last. 701-238-7740. That's 701-238-7740.
At OSPTI, our focus is on each individual's therapy needs, whether it be for speech, occupational, or physical therapy services. I'm Becky, a physical therapist at OSPTI, and I love being able to provide that personal care to each person that we see with clinics in Breckenridge, Hankinson, and Fergus Falls. You don't have to travel very far from home. From infants to athletes to adults, you can request OSPTI to meet your therapy goals.
It's all my fault. Welcome back to Giants Coaches Show, the Coaches Show presented by Giant Snacks, and we're on cable channel 28 if you are watching on Red River Communications, and I have to apologize to Margaret Kruger, head coach of the Cowgirl volleyball squad.
One time it's not my fault.
I forgot to tell her we moved.
I was trying to find your number, Watson.
And it was,
there's a reason I don't give my number
yeah.
up.
Well, my phone rang here too, so I shut it down. I forgot, oh, geez, I better shut that off. And,
it's all good.
So I apologize, Margaret, and welcome to the Coaches Show here in our own little studio here. That
nice.
we're gonna make some improvements. Yeah, we're just getting started here.
Yeah,
so
very cool.
This is your first time here.
Yeah, it is. I found it.
Other than our coaches post-game show that we do after the your volleyball games. But, but anyway, I know you want to get going, and we're running behind on you.
That's all right.
Boy, Cowgirl volleyball doing pretty well. We're pretty happy.
Yeah, I think we found our rhythm.
I think so. I would say, all right, coming in now, 16-4. You're 10-2 in the section. You had a big win against Underwood, 3-2.
Yeah.
That was an exciting match that we had on Three Borders Sports. Let's just talk about that for a little bit. I mean, that was fun.
5-set thriller.
Man.
Yeah. Our Underwood, one of the top teams in the section, or if they are right now, I think.
Yep. Yeah, they're still ranked in the top. Yep.
Yeah, we gave them their first loss in the section, so that was huge. We played well that night. We just went after it. So it was nice to kind of the turning point in our season, I would say. So far, we started playing just more confidently from that match on going forward here. So
it was so fun to watch. I think your QRF number was at the 50-some range, and right now you're sitting at the 39 rank.
Yeah.
And so you've improved that number a little bit.
Yeah, these last 2 weeks,
Yeah, so
we've jumped up a bit.
So it's a big deal. And then you took on Barnesville and another AA school and swept them 3-0.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was great to beat Barnesville.
It's always that Highway 9 battle.
Yep.
And then you went back to Barnesville, or Barnesville was here, and then you went back to Barnesville on Saturday and took that tournament.
We did. We played a good tournament. We played 4 matches, never faced Barnesville at all, but played a competitive match against Frazee, who we haven't played in a regular match yet. We go there next week. So between them and Holly, and DGF, that's our kind of a wrap up of the conference. So nice to see Frazee. And then we played, we just had some good games. Fertile Beltrami, Monaga. Fertile was probably, that was for the championship, competitive team. They got some tall girls that can block. So that was a fun one too. So just saw some different teams at the Barnesville tournament. Only played 4 matches, but it was nice to come away winners.
Yeah, and then you took on CGB last night.
Yeah.
And came away with a nice 3-0 win. But I see in set number 1 there, you had to go a little overtime.
Yeah, it was close. Yeah. To not discredit them, but they came in with more than I thought they had. 2 very strong middles.
Okay.
And they kind of swung all over the place. Blocked us well. So we had a battle that first set, and in every set, we had to go after it because they didn't give up, and they hustled like a Henning. They went after everything. They picked up a lot of balls that I thought we were going to score off of. So we had to be pretty strategic. Caitlin Kaler came out big in that game with 14 kills.
Yep, I see that.
Yeah, she found some open spots and got some nice swings out of that. So definitely a good game for her in the front row. And then Haley Hansen, I thought, played a really nice game in the back row. I think she had 20-some digs. So, yeah, overall.
24,
Yeah, it was a good battle. Something maybe we went in not expecting and, had to work a little harder. But that's all right. We got to gear up for Holly.
Yeah, like you said, Haley Hansen looks like she had a good game. She had 6 kills and 24 digs. And Parker Yagi had she had 4 kills, which Brian and I made a comment the other night about Parker Yagi getting a chance to get up to the net and get some kills.
Yeah, and she's swinging pretty strong, so that's nice. She's a nice option to be able to use in the front row, and then we used her a little bit in the back row. I think she scored a back row attack too for us too. So, yeah, she's not just a setter.
Yeah, it's
nice to have.
And 37 of the 39 assists by Parker and Coley Schuler.
Yeah. Yep.
So again,
they're doing a nice job.
Spread out pretty well that way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Margaret, I know you want to get going, but I do need to talk about what's coming up.
Yes, we're on the road.
Oof.
We got a good game, big game against Holly. They're doing pretty well right now. So we watched a little bit of film, kind of know that they're going to run a quick defense, or a good defense, but a quick offense. We got to be ready to cover our hitters because they're good blockers too. So I think our mindset going into it is we got to serve tough and keep them on a system so that they're not able to set it up and attack the ball. But yeah, it's going to be a battle. So I'm looking forward to it. We've been playing lately, and then we got to step up.
Like we talked about, and Brian and I talked about it in your post-game show one time about how you play the Perhams and how you play the Barnesvilles and how you play some of those bigger schools, the Pelicans, and of course they're conference players or conference teams too.
Right. Yeah.
But it also prepares you for Section 6A.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially, and that's coming up soon. I mean,
how about that?
I know.
27th is the first round, or is it before that?
I think 23rd, 25th are the
somewhere
first.
Somewhere in there, yep.
Depending on where you end up. So
yeah,
I know. We end season the 19th and then start up the next week already. So we only got, I don't know, 2.5 weeks.
You got DGF coming up too, and like you mentioned on the 17th. So
that's our last home game. That's our only remaining home game too. So.
Yeah.
That'll be a big
will
night.
Be senior night, I suppose.
Senior night, volleyball buddy night, autograph night.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be a busy night.
It is going to be a busy night.
But, yeah, we got to take care of these next few coming up here. So only 3 matches left and then a tournament, and it's go time.
And I see Underwood's on the 6A North, but then Park Christian's sitting in a number 2 spot with a QRF rank at 36.
Yeah, I don't know
anything
about them.
You don't play them during the year.
No, I don't know much about Park Christian.
Okay, so we might see them in the tournament maybe somewhere along the line.
They haven't been up in the top half of the section in a while. Okay. So, yeah, kind of went under my radar a little bit. But, you know how the QRF goes when it comes to section standings. It could all rearrange. So. Right. We never know.
I'll let you go, Margaret, again. I'm sorry I forgot to tell you where to go.
That's all right.
And good luck against Holly. And then
Thank you.
A few days later, you take on Frazee. So,
yeah. Only conference games left, so it'll be fun.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always
for sure.
B-Dub, anything for Margaret? Can we let her go?
We can let her go.
Okay,
right.
thanks,
Margaret,
guys.
Thanks
Appreciate
a lot.
You guys.
Again, Margaret Kruger, head coach of the Cowgirls volleyball squad, joining us. We got Larry Lash waiting in the wings. We'll be right back.
At Interstate Engineering, our business is about connections. We connect people to water, communities to counties, and counties to the rest of the world. Our work connects main streets to interstates, and yesterday with the potential of tomorrow. With over 40 years of connecting, our experience and expertise are thanks to the clients we have earned, the trust we have built, and the connections we have made. Interstate Engineering, the professionals you need, the people you trust.
In this place, we see potential like nowhere else. Here, vision is boundless. That's why we never settle. We look for the moments when everything becomes possible. The moments that inspire us to make every day better. In this place, there's no such thing as good. There's only great. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Then and down the road. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents.
Since 1987, Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track. Red River Valley and Western handles shipping, freight car repair, storage options, and now transload services. With over 30 years of experience in the railroad industry, they know dependable service is what you strive for. Red River Valley and Western is proud to be a part of the community since 1987.
At Smith Motors in Wahpeton, we take great pride in delivering the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle and budget. Like the eye-catching Chevy Equinox, the rugged, hard-working GMC Sierra. Since 1960, Smith Motors has provided an excellent automotive experience. From low-pressure sales to high-quality service, our customers come first. Know what you want and it's not on our lot? Let Smith Motors find it for you. Smith Motors, small-town friendly, big-town deals.
Washing your car just got a whole lot cheaper. With All Seasons Car Wash Unlimited plans, you can wash your car whenever you want for as little as $33 a month. You can even wash your pet at All Seasons Car Wash. So this fall, keep your vehicle and your pet clean. Conveniently located at 1300 4th Avenue South next to Tractor Supply Company in Wahpeton. To enroll in an unlimited car wash plan, please visit allseasonscw.com.
Hi, I'm Katie with First Community Credit Union, and we're here with Dakota Dirt Coffee.
We chose First Community Credit Union because, first and foremost, they're right in our community of Milner, North Dakota, and the convenience of that and being able to know the people that we're dealing with, that's something that we can't get anywhere else. I would say FCCU could be best described as a full-service financial institution that's offered and available in a local community.
Welcome back, everybody, to Three Borders Sports Network, and you are watching the Coaches Show presented by Giant Seeds and Snacks, and we appreciate everybody joining us also on Red River Communications, cable channel number 28, and our camera shots are presented by none other than Digital Guru. You were just there today.
I had a little issue with my laptop, went in there, and it took care of it.
And it's working well.
And it is working well. We needed it to work well. We're going to need it here in a couple days. We have a doubleheader that we need to do.
We got October 17th. We got 2 volleyball games going on that night. So, as Margaret just said, it's the final game for the Cowgirls at home, and then you're going to have a Wahpeton
game. And I think it's Valley. Did we say?
Yeah, I think it's
Valley City. Yeah, that's right.
It was.
Yep. That'll be a good one too.
Yep.
There was some let's say some heated exchanges at Valley City. So I think that's going to be a good one. So it'll be good.
All right, we're now joined by head coach of the cross country team, the BW Storm cross country team, men and women, girls and boys. And that is Larry Lash. Larry, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me tonight.
All right. I'm going to go back a couple weeks because we haven't met for a couple weeks. And you had a big win for the girls
We did.
2 weeks ago.
Girls kind of had a statement meet down in Melrose.
How about that? Good for them.
We went down there, and I keep telling the girls, you guys are good. When we talk about the good teams showing up at meets, you're one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And we got bumped up a class. But the teams that we ran against in Melrose were many of the teams that we ran against last year. And Minnewaska was there, and Wadena Deer Creek. And there are 2 teams that beat us to go to state last year. We got 4th at sectionals, and they got 2nd and 3rd, and Staples Motley got 1st. And I told them, I said, we can beat these teams.
Mm-hmm.
And Lucy Comstock and Kira Wurtsema and Gracie Falk, they ran tremendous races. In fact, if anything, they got all kind of slow. I was kind of yelling at them at the first mile. I said, you guys are like in 30th place. I said, come on, you should be top 10. And they sped up. But my key runners were Jasmine Benedict and Addie King. Because in cross country, kind of like what Jeff Ralph was saying with golf, you're only as good as your 5th runner or your 5th golfer. You got to have that person competitive. And Addie and Jasmine, there was 10 girls in blue in front of them, and that would have been the girls from Minnewaska and Wadena Deer Creek.
Okay.
And I thought, man, those two teams, they're going really well. And I started yelling at Addie and Jasmine. I said, you got to get past that pack of blue. And sure enough, Jasmine caught all 10 of them, minus 1 or 2 maybe. And she hung on. I could just see that she was like running of confidence the third mile. And Addie was in the dogfight back there. But to her credit, quarter mile to go, half mile to go, she got her knees up. She was running nice and tall. And she cruised to the finish so nicely. And I look at the final results, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm not sure if we got this, or maybe it's 1 or 2 point difference. Girls ended up winning by like 20 points.
That was crazy. Yeah, I looked at but the final score actually was more than that, according to the the article I saw. There was almost 44.
Yeah, no, and the girl around. They was like I say,
crazy.
A couple of teams after the race were talking to Coach Hare, and they're like, where are you guys from? What section are you guys in? You know, so even the guy reading the results at the end, I think he kind of did a double take when he saw Breckenridge Wahpeton first place. So it was really fun. Girls had a good time.
And you, one of the teams you mentioned there was Minnewaska. They were the one that's finished second. So,
right. Yep. They're a solid team, and that Wadena Deer Creek, I think they're ranked in state in their class. You know, so no, it was a nice win. It gave the girls a big shot of confidence.
Boy, yeah, I'm sure. And, all right, let's just stay with the girls for a second. Now you had another. Run in last Thursday in Fergus Falls.
Yep. Since we last talked, we went to Fergus Falls, and they had all the rain last weekend, or 2 weekends ago, and their race was on Thursday, and they were told at the last minute they wouldn't be allowed to use their golf course.
Oh boy!
So whatever they did, they got to use a corner of the golf course.
Okay.
So usually our race is spread out over like a 2 or 3 mile loop. They were able to get a 1 mile loop. The kids had to run 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Which is, I mean. I as a runner don't like that. The kids don't really like that. They like not to cover the same thing over and over.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, it was a hilly course. It was a windy day, and Fergus Falls had beat us earlier in the year pretty handily, and we raced against them, and the girls beat them this time.
Wow!
And then we went up against Alexandria, and they're the top team in our section, our new section, AA, and Fergus Falls is AA too. So Alexandria won pretty easily, but then we nipped Fergus Falls, and girls got second.
So they got second. So a first and a second. That's pretty good.
And Lucy Comstock, I challenged her to go a little bit harder in that race, and she ended up getting 4th overall in that race.
And she got 5th in the Melrose one.
Yeah. So she really ran well. Yeah. And Kiera and Gracie, again, they couldn't keep up with Lucy in that race, but they both ran really well, and then Jasmine and Addie. Neither one thought they ran a good race. But I showed them, I said, hey, look at all the other girls from other teams. They all ran like a minute to 2 minutes slower. I said, you guys were right with them. So I said, we raced better. Times might not be as good, but our race was really good.
That's good. All right. And then now, all right, let's go back to the boys in Melrose.
Yep.
And how did they do out there?
Okay, we didn't have Noah at Melrose. He was out with illness. But
I didn't see his name in the list.
But Troy Burnt, he's been running really steady. He's only a freshman.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He's been a top 20 runner for all our races this year, minus the really big one we went to. And he's just steady. He's not like a flashy runner. He just goes out there. He gets the job done. He never backs off. He appreciates a good challenge.
Uh-huh.
And Jack Ekron is stepping up. And Jack's just a freshman. And he, too, is getting more aggressive. He's closing the gap on Troy a little bit. And he's moving up. He's separating. So I got 3 really solid runners now with Noah and Troy and Jack. And then my other boys, I got Jackson Hill, Wyatt Stav, Harry Ockert. Harry ran a really nice race at Fergus Falls.
Mm-hmm.
First year in cross country, so he's a freshman. He's a rookie. And if he can continue what he did in Fergus, I think he'll be a solid 4th runner. Then after that, it's going to be a good dogfight between this Gabriel George, who transferred in from Minnesota.
That's right.
From down by the cities, and on Jackson Hill, Ethan Lauritsen. So all these kids, and I mean, I don't know who my top 7 boys will be going into sections. The girls are a little more defined, but the boys are still a work in progress. And tomorrow we'll run all the boys together again in one big group, and we'll see how they sort out when the race is finished.
So results-wise in Melrose for the boys, they were in the
middle of the pack. I think there was like
Fergus
16.
Falls, same way kind of thing?
Only 5 teams at the Fergus Falls meet.
Oh, okay.
5 pretty good teams.
Oh, okay.
I think our boys finished 4th in the Fergus Falls meet.
Okay. And so that was probably a lot of AA schools there, too, as well.
Yep, it was Fergus, Alexandria, us. There was Fergus Falls, Hillcrest. They were the smallest school, and then Frazee.
Okay.
So nice little meet. It was kind of refreshing for our kids, actually, to be in a race where there was only 50 kids on the start line and not 150 kids.
I suppose.
Yeah.
How does that affect you as a runner? I mean, even you've raced in big marathons before yourself. What kind of psyche do you have to go to the line when you see hundreds of other racers?
You know, personally, I would prefer to more kids there because that way you have someone to run with all the time.
Okay.
You go to a smaller race, you might get a big gap. And then it's like, okay, those kids in front of me are too far to catch.
Oh, okay.
And there's really no one behind me. So you kind of fall back into a comfort zone.
All right.
I think in a big race, you're always like, there's someone always there.
There's somebody there. So what you're saying is that psychologically, if I pass this guy or girl, I'm improving my standing by one, and then I get the next
yes,
one.
Yep.
Okay.
And that was a big thing, like especially at that Melrose race.
Okay.
I just kept telling the girls, you got to get 3 more. You got to get 3 more. You know,
Yep.
okay, you got those 5. Now get 2 more. And I think it kind of helps pull them along.
Okay. All right. Now tomorrow you got another one. So you're down to racing on Thursdays, and how many regular season ones you got left?
Boy, we are down to for our JV and junior high 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So this Thursday and then next
next Thursday. So tomorrow we're at Holly.
Okay.
And it's going to be a pretty good sized meet. It looks like.
It will be
about 20 some teams.
Okay. Is Holly AA too? I suppose they are.
No, Holly's still single A.
Are they really?
Yep.
They're AA.
I was talking to the coach from Alex and at the last race, and he said, "Yeah," he goes, "We're about maybe a dozen kids from moving up to 3A."
Oh.
And I'm like, "Yeah, we're about a dozen kids from going back down into 1A." So it was, big disparity. But no, see, we go to Holly, and then the following week we go to Perham.
Okay.
And then the week after that, we have the Heart of Lakes.
That's the Heart of Lakes.
And that's the last regular season meet, and then our 4th race down the road is sectionals.
So we got a ways to go yet then. So we might have snowflakes flying. No, let's not say that.
we might. It wouldn't be cross-country season unless we had 1 race in the snow. At least 1.
Yeah, we don't want that, though.
No.
We're good.
Oh, let's try and hold off on the snow.
Yeah, we don't need that snow.
Yeah, we don't need that yet.
No, we're not good.
Well, snow makes you think basketball, Coach Watson.
There we go. We're starting early this year, too, so that's good.
Yep. All right, so Holly meet on tomorrow. You'll travel there, and how many? You said there was going to be a lot of teams.
Yeah, I think I was thinking 24 teams.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty big meet. Holly used to be a small meet, but they kind of shuffled the schedule around of some things. So this year, I should say, Holly got into a week where a lot of teams were looking for a meet, and that's where they're going.
Do they do that on the golf course too?
They do.
They do. That's a nice golf course to run.
There's some hills.
There's
some hills. Yep.
They're tough walking up too. You ever done Holly Golf Course, B-Dub?
I have not played golf in Holly or Perham for that matter. I would like to play in Perham.
I've never done that one.
So
I've done them both.
Have you?
Yep.
You run them both
and golfed them.
Huh?
Yes.
Gosh. Maybe we should do that sometime.
I'm not running them. I'll golf.
No, I'm
them,
not running
but
either.
I'm not running them.
See, I go to these cross-country races, and I scope out the golf courses for my summer golf buddies, and I'll say,
There
okay,
you
here's
go.
where we got to go.
There you go.
A couple of years ago, we golfed at Lyda Greens up by Pequot Lakes.
Yeah.
And they advertised that they have the largest surface area green in the state of Minnesota. And a couple of the kids went to go look for it. It wasn't where we were running at. It was on the other side of the course. But a couple of kids went to go look, and they said, man, that green was like 40 yards across and like 60 yards long.
Wow.
I still miss that green.
Yeah.
I would. Yep.
In 2.
Yeah, in 2. Yeah.
All right, Larry Lash. Good luck tomorrow at
Thank
Holly. Larry Lash, BW Storm Cross Country Team, and we've got Amanda Lundsetter coming in here for our show tonight, and she's sitting in the wings over there. She hasn't eaten a snack yet, though.
Now she should, because she was the one who said we need to have snacks.
She was the one that wanted
and now we have snacks. So,
all right, Larry Lash, again, good luck to you and the
Thank
squad Thursday, and we'll see you on the next
All right.
coach's show.
Thanks for having
All
me.
right, Larry Lash, BW Storm Cross Country Coach. We'll be right back with Amanda Lundsetter, Huskies boys tennis coach, coming up.
Have you ever considered chiropractic for your family? Dr. Andrea and the staff at Hornstein Family Chiropractic love to see families. With 16 years of experience seeing brand new babies, pregnant women, toddlers, teens, athletes, she cares for your family like it's her family. Join Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 715 Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton, and we will help your family grow up healthy. Call 701-672-1300 for the next soonest available appointment, because at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is a family affair.
Since 1941, Minn Kota Ag Products has been helping farmers with their agricultural needs. The farming industry has expanded at great lengths, and Minn Kota Ag Products is there to provide farmers with their entire chemical, fertilizer, seed, and grain elevator needs. They also offer deep band tillage chemical application, and fertilizer application, just to name a few. For market access at your fingertips and information essential to your farm operation, download the Minn Kota Ag Products app. Minn Kota Ag Products, proud to be a partner in your farm operation since 1941.
Any bank can tell you they have a rock-solid commitment to agriculture. Bell can prove it. To this day, every Bell Bank branch is partially built with rocks we've picked from our founder's farm. But our roots in ag have grown more than a few offices. They've shaped who we are and formed our entire approach to banking. Let us prove it to you as you grow your farm and prepare your legacy for the next generation. Bell Bank, committed to ag. In Wahpeton, talk to Rick Steckler.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
Founded in 1972, Mindak Farmers Cooperative is owned by nearly 500 sugar beet growers and has a rich history of sweetening life in the Red River Valley. Join Mindak's team today. In addition to an excellent pay and benefits package, they are currently offering a $2,000 sign-on bonus for all full-time positions, which includes sugar loader, packager helper, extra gang, and yard person helper. Entry level starting at $19.78 per hour, plus a $3 per hour shift differential. Apply online at mdf.coop/careers or contact Zane 701-671-7777.
Well, welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network and our Coaches Show presented by Giant Seeds and Snacks, and our camera shots are presented to you by Digital Guru. We're also on Red River Communications Cable Channel 28, and I am Joe Schreiner. He's Brian Watson, and we're joined now by head coach of the Huskies boys tennis squad. That's Amanda Lundsetter joining us here. And Amanda, we got some good news to share with the folks. Monday was a good day for you.
It was a fantastic day, a wonderful day. We have not won a team play-in match in over a decade.
So it's over 10 years since you've been in the EDC tournament then.
Correct. So
awesome.
It's been a long time coming for sure. We've definitely had our opportunities when we've been very close, but the boys did a fantastic job Monday securing that win so that we have the opportunity to compete in the Team EDC. For Team EDC, the teams match up in a 3-2 lineup, and they face off with one another, and you have to qualify to be in Team EDC. And as we know, for tennis, it's all Class A, and we're competing against these enormous schools. So getting to Team EDC is very difficult. We are the smallest school on the east side, and so for them to have showed up handedly. They won 4-1 against West Fargo High School.
Pretty awesome.
Alex Cummings put his opponent away very easily. I believe it was 6-0, 6-1. Same thing at one doubles. Garnett Anderson and Zach Cummings put away their doubles opponents, I believe 6-1, 6-1. So we felt really good, and we were rolling really fast. And Matt was very sick on Monday, and so
the illness bug.
he had to kind of battle both physically and mentally to win his match. So the first set was pretty tight, and then he ended up winning 6-4 in the second. Marcos had a really good, solid first set win, and then kind of fell in the second and had a battle for the third set tiebreak. And that's what really secured us at the end, was that match there. I believe our two doubles did a really fine job, and they struggled in the first set, but came back and gained at least 4 games in the second set, ended up falling 5-7 in the second. But it was the first time they'd played doubles together, and for my senior, Tim Welder, it was his first time playing doubles. He'd been playing singles all season, and then he got thrown into doubles, and I thought they handled themselves well.
That can't be easy when you go from playing all by yourself on a half a court, obviously. Now you got to share that half a court with somebody.
That's right.
It can't be easy.
No, not at all. And the doubles the doubles game and the singles game are nothing the same. Doubles is very much like playing chess, and being able to keep track of all the moving parts and the ball and yourself is very, very challenging. Singles is usually what most players prefer because it has a little more simplicity to it. So, anyways, we
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
I never, because when you look at, like, say the Williams sisters or somebody like that at the professional level, you'd think, okay, the Williams sisters, they're going to kick everybody out of the court. It's not that easy. So that's part of the reason there.
That's a lot of the reason why a lot of those big players stay with singles or they stay with doubles, and it's just because the court management and the player management is it's very challenging.
Yeah.
And like for what I see in singles is that it's more of a speed, strength, and endurance type thing.
Okay.
Where how fast can you get from one end to the court to the other, get up quickly and really manage your endurance there. Doubles, you have someone kind of sharing that load, but then mentally and strategically speaking, it's very much more challenging.
I never thought of it that way. So, that's interesting. All right, so congratulations on the 4-1 win against West Fargo to make it to the EDC tournament as a team. And just take a look now. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning?
Yep.
And you're taking on the number 1 seed, Red River.
That's right. Yeah.
And so you'll be taking them on tomorrow at Courts Plus.
Yes, and
I'm sure the boys are excited. They're good to go.
They're super excited. Yep. And we talked about how we're going to prepare both mentally and make sure we have all our ducks in order. I told them hydration and making sure they're getting sleep, how they should pack their bags tonight. And with Red River, they are tough.
They're perennial up there.
Yep, they're our forever champion type team. However, we had some upsets. I put Alex and Garnett, my 2 and 3 singles players, together in doubles against Red River, and they ended up taking the first set off of Red River's number 1 doubles. So, I feel that my boys have the tools. It is whether or not they are mentally prepared to believe that they can win tomorrow. And if they do believe and they are hungry enough, I absolutely feel we can do some damage here at this tournament.
That's awesome. So. We were talking with Coach Lash before he exited here off the air, and you were saying that tomorrow your first match against Red River, the number 1 seed, is at Courts Plus indoors.
Indoors, yep.
When you stay there at Courts Plus, but if you lose, you got to go outside, and tomorrow's not going to be a pretty day tomorrow.
Chilly. It's going to be a bit chill. My North Dakota boys are going to be just fine. I suspect my man from Spain is going to have an interesting learning experience because cold tennis is not the same as hot tennis, and we had some really hot days. Our playing match was really hot.
That's
it was
right.
about 85 degrees.
That was Monday.
And he did fantastic.
That was outdoors?
Yep. But I foresee the cold being a little bit of an issue, and I did tell them to pack their bags accordingly.
Yep, because you might be indoors for a couple if you.
Right. And I told them more incentive to make sure they play well against Red River to keep themselves indoors. But these are tough guys, and we've played in all sorts of weather. Especially my senior Matt Cummings, who has really made sure he was an all-season player and is playing all the time. There's no weather that man can't handle. So I'm excited for him. I'm excited to see what Marcos does in his one and only senior season, and I'm excited for Tim, who is now in his senior season. He chose singles as the route he wanted to take, and I hope he really finds satisfaction in his play moving forward.
All right, let's take a look a little bit forward then, Coach. You're going to play a second match again on Thursday, win or lose, and it'll be either Shanley or Fargo Davies. How do you feel about matching up against either one of them on either side of the bracket?
I feel really good. My preference would be Davies. We had a really good match with them. I think the score doesn't quite show how close that match was. There were a lot of 3 sets, and then we ended up going, I think, 3-6 with them.
Okay.
And so I think in a 3-2 format, that might be to our advantage. Davies is a little tougher. They're a very aggressive team, and they're a good serving team down the board. But again, there are some close matches there. I didn't feel that my boys had played them as well as they could have the first time we faced off with them. So I'm hoping now there's a little redemption time if we end up competing with them again.
Okay, so and just so everybody knows, I don't have the complete bracket here, but to go to the state tournament, you need to finish in the top 4?
Correct.
Okay, so it's basically the same thing as basketball.
Oh, yeah.
So
yep.
basically the same way.
And then, of course, if it turns out we happen to not get very far here, which I'm I'm feeling pretty good. I think we'll do some damage.
Yeah.
But if we don't get very far here, the boys will have their own opportunity individually to make it to state.
There you go.
On Friday and Saturday. So Friday and Saturday are the individual competitions. Each guy only will play singles or play doubles, and they'll have their chance there as well.
So that's how that works. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So you got a lot of tennis coming up in the next couple of days.
Oh, yes. We have a lot of tennis.
And, okay, the individual competition, will that be indoor, outdoor too as well?
Same concept where doubles will start indoors, singles will start outdoors, and then as champions move to the champ side, they'll move indoors. As the consolation advances, they'll move outside.
Okay. Dumb fan question.
Not at all.
From my perspective, if it is inclement weather and if it is raining and you just can't play outside, would they move them all inside?
Oh yes.
Okay,
they would do that. Long weekend.
Oh, okay. So it just stretches everything out indoors.
It definitely does, and we have modified our scoring just this year. We have decided in the upcoming year we're going to start changing the format of the scoring to be a little more conducive to time.
Okay.
Tennis players are really good at grinding, but there's often not enough break between matches. Not something we'd really push on other athletes, but we for some reason did on tennis players. And so scoring might change and modify a little bit so that we don't have such a backup come these tournament times.
Sure.
And also we're allowing players to get the proper rest and hydration that they need between matches. So there will be a little bit of that moving forward as well.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. Well, I'm excited for you, Amanda, and and the boys, and I'm looking forward to hearing the results and seeing what's going on.
I think no matter what, we're very grateful to be having such a successful season. We're grateful that we even have a team.
Yeah.
It's a little one this year, but man, these young guys that showed up, they did fantastic at the JV invite, and they've been very supportive of our older guys, and our older guys understand what the mission was, and they really did turn it out. And I'm proud of them.
That's awesome, and congratulations to the boys for making the EDC tournament, team tournament, and good luck to all the individuals on Friday and Saturday too as well. And good luck to you, Coach.
Yes, yeah, I'm ready to cheer. I'm ready to.
That's what it's all about.
Get thrown out. We'll see. I don't know.
All right, Amanda Lundsetter, head coach of the Huskies boys tennis squad. Good luck this weekend, Coach.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll be right back with more right after this. Don't forget, we got the Comdale Innovation Play of the Week coming up here at the end of the show too as well. We'll be right back.
Comdale Innovation is now hiring production technicians for a variety of shifts with opportunities to make $20 or more per hour. Work in a clean, climate-controlled facility. Second shift, 4 10-hour days, every weekend off, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m., and 4-crew rotation, straight days, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., or straight nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Apply in person or online at ComdaleInnovation.com. Comdale Innovation of Wahpeton, an employee-owned company.
Local insurance team ready to serve you. American Family Insurance, Miller & Associates, providing home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance. As residents of your community, they understand how important it is to be there for you, their trusted friends and neighbors. Together, they're building strong partnerships that help everyone succeed. American Family Insurance, Miller & Associates, a proud supporter of high school athletics.
And we hope to see you at American Family Insurance, Miller Associates.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain Hefty Seed never changes. Red River Grain Hefty Seed works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers to attain the highest possible profit for you. Red River Grain Hefty Seed has been saving farmers money for years. For all your grain and agronomy needs, stop in or call the friendly staff at 643-3738 or visit them online at redrivergrain.com.
Farmers, be ready this planting season by contacting Yield Advantage for all your seed and planting equipment needs. They carry high-quality products from Precision Planting, Intelligent Ag, Copperhead Ag, Outback Wraps, Wear Parts LLC, Midwest Seed Genetics, and more. Yield Advantage can help your planter from basic service parts to liquid fertilizer setups. All of the latest technology and often significantly less than buying a new planter. Be ready to hit the field by contacting Yield Advantage, 218-517-7878, or online at yield-advantage.com.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
Every business begins with an idea. With dedication, hard work, and high-speed broadband, that idea can grow into something giant. The member organizations that form BAND are proud to support North Dakota businesses every step of the way, from the soil to the stadium. The Broadband Association of North Dakota, helping North Dakotans grow bright ideas into big business.
I guess I got to put my headset on there. We're coming back from commercial.
That would help.
You said 25 seconds.
I know, it goes by fast.
It goes by way too fast. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Coaches Show presented by Giant Seeds and Snacks. And our camera shots are brought to you by Digital Guru. And welcome again to those of you watching on Red River Communications cable channel number 28. That is our sole cable channel dedicated to Three Border Sports live events and hopefully someday maybe some reruns.
Yeah, we're working on that. We're working on
in discussions, let's say.
We're working on it.
All right, we're now joined by head coach of the Cowboys football squad. That's Carson Yagi. Carson, you're back. Thanks, man.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, appreciate you coming back. And you know what? I told you there just as you sat down, I want to go back and, go back a couple weeks because we didn't have a show after that win. And a big win for you and the Cowboys at homecoming. A nice, 49-12 game, I guess it was. A first win for a head coach. How about that?
That was good. Get the monkey
big
off
smile.
the back
I appreciate that.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah, it had to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it did. Kids were excited. Just fun environment to be around. Great crowd that night. And it turned out well. They played very well, and happy to get the first one.
For a homecoming victory, that was a nice one. Yeah, it was close to begin with, if I remember correctly, in the first half. I was running camera at that one, and Raleigh and Kevin and B-Dub were producing the show and running the show. But it was funny at the end of the game there because I had the close-up shots. That was my assignment, and I focused on that winning circle under the goalposts at the end of that one. I was waiting for the big water bucket, and it never happened. Come on.
You're not the first person to make that or bring that up to me, but very happy it didn't happen.
You are happy it didn't happen, huh?
Yep.
Nope. Well, maybe they'll get that when you get your first conference or your section win.
I think the kids deserve it more than I do. It's more about them than me, Coach.
All right. So now what you think, and they also gave you the silent treatment the way it looked like.
They did give me the silent treatment.
So talk about that, what that felt like when you come walking up to the huddle.
Very confused on what they were trying to do.
They were just all quiet.
I don't know. I wasn't expecting it. I expected them to be all excited. I mean, they won their first game for the year, and it was different emotion for me there.
I'm sure it was, and good for you and good for the team. And it's kind of like that home run in the major leagues where they come into the guy hits his first home run in the major leagues and everybody turns around and faces the other way and just kind of ignore the poor guy. But anyway, the boys treated you well, and I'm sure it was a fun team time.
Yeah, it was. Good experience for everyone.
So congratulations on that nice homecoming win. And then last week you traveled over to Parker's Prairie.
Yep.
And took on a difficult Parker's Prairie team, lost by 1 touchdown. But talk about the game a little bit there and what you saw.
Yeah, went to Parker's Prairie, played a very good team, 5-0, ranked first in our section by a pretty good margin, and top 5 team in the state from what their standing is. And came out, did not play our best half of football in the first half. Kids knew it. Everyone kind of saw it. We came out very flat, but they answered in the second half. I mean, they battled back and had a chance to go down and tie the game at the end with the last possession, and unfortunately got stopped at about 30, 40-yard line or so, so wasn't able to make it happen. But hopefully it was an eye-opener to our kids on what we can accomplish this year. Looking at our record right now, it's not eager to get excited about playoff football when you're 1-4. But here's the thing: only one loss came against a section opponent.
Correct.
That was a game that I think we feel like we'd be happy to play again, and we're going to learn from it. We're going to keep going with it.
Correct. And I'm just going to, before you finish that thought, I'm just going to go back to the OTC a couple years ago where you guys lost to OTC, and then you came back and beat them in the playoffs.
And that's what football is about. It's not about tell the kids all the time. You don't remember. As cheesy it is, you really don't remember week 4, week 5, week 6.
Well, maybe it was West Central. I don't remember. It was one of those.
OTC the past couple.
Okay.
You remember what happened in the playoffs? And I mean, that's still in front of us, and we have another really good section opponent coming up this week, and will be a good test.
I just want to go back to the Parkers Prairie again. It was just a 1-touchdown loss there for the Cowboys, but you look at the standings right now in the 6A, and like you said, Parkers Prairie is ranked right up there. Right now they're at a QRF of 7 in the rankings, and that's pretty darn good. And you guys played them, like you said, you'd like to try it again.
Yeah, I know we would. I think our kids are pretty eager to hopefully get another shot at them, but I mean, the only thing that matters is this week now.
Yeah, yep. And that's coming up here. You've got where am I going here? You've got I'm looking at their schedule. That's why it didn't make sense. You got Mills coming up this weekend here on Friday.
Yep. New York Mills.
I was going to say, I'm looking at it says at Breckenridge, and it's no, that's not right. And I'm looking at the wrong thing. And I knew it was at New York Mills because
we're playing at home this week.
Yeah, yes, that's right. You were playing at home. I knew it was New York Mills. All right, can we retake this, B-Dub?
Hold on a second.
I'm just kidding.
Hold on a second.
I'm just kidding.
No,
I know, but
we're live.
I know we're live.
Just in case you wanted to know.
I just was hoping for a retake, but let me start.
You can start over if you wanted to. You could start over. Gilby's not here, so if you wanted to start the whole thing over, you could do that.
But I apologize, Carson, and the fans. But again, the Cowboys hosting New York Mills this Friday night. We'll have it on Three Border Sports Network, of course, and it's a big game for you guys.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Very much so.
Have
New York Mills sitting about 3 in this Section 6A right now.
Yep, they're third. They're coming off a win last week. They're a team that we've ran into in the playoffs the past couple of years. About 2 years ago in the section championship. Last year when they were the 1 seed and we were the 5 seed in playoffs. And I mean, they're a very good team, very well coached, and I know our kids are starting to develop a little bit of a rivalry with them. So they're starting to get excited without having that, the Otter Tail Central, the Wahpeton, the Barnesville to play.
Yeah.
You kind of develop your own little rivalry, and New York Mills is slowly turning into that.
Interesting. Yeah, we went to New York Mills last year, didn't we?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think so. That first section game was over at New York Mills. So the Cowboys traveled out there and came away with a win, and then ended up going to the Fargo Dome, I think.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. So, yeah, big game against New York Mills, and then Wadena Deer Creek after that, and then Walker Hackensack at Breckenridge for your final home game. That's a Wednesday night.
Yep.
So you got MEA that weekend, so you got a Wednesday night game coming. So, yeah, the season's coming to an end, and the Cowboys, how are you doing physically? Everybody doing all right? I know David Erlinson's getting hit a lot, and Jacob Kunkel, what a nice reverse that was at homecoming, by the way. That made our play of the week. I don't know if you saw that.
Did it? Oh, great.
But that made our play of the week, and you'll have to go back and find it. But how are the guys doing all physically? Bailey Evans, I know he was bummed up for a little bit there.
Yeah, Bailey was a little banged up with his ribs. He's starting to get back healthy. Last week we put the ball in his hands a little more than what we'd probably planned to going into the game, but he did a great job, felt great after. And, right now we're pretty healthy. We've got to find some wood to knock on, but very thankful for that. And, moving forward, we should have got a full team. We should be ready to go, and it should be a good one to finish out the season.
Good deal. And I just hope the best for you guys and for you, Coach. It's your first season, and just happy to see what's going on for you. And I think good things are to come.
Oh, thank you very much.
How's farming going?
Oh, going good. Going good.
You get out there much now?
I'm actually at Red River Grain helping out, so I'm a little busy there most of the time, but occasionally I'll go out and help, or I'll get yelled at to get out there on a Saturday morning.
Dad doesn't do that, does he? All right, Carson Yagi, head coach of the Cowboy football squad. They're taking on New York Mills this Friday night. You'll see that right here on Three Border Sports Network. And Carson, thanks again.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, good luck Friday night. All right, we'll be right back. Head coach Wade Gilbertson is waiting in the wings for the Huskies football squad. We'll be right back.
Your business depends on technology. Digital Guru provides professional IT solutions you can trust to keep it moving forward. From redesigning existing systems to brand new builds, we offer your business managed IT services, including backups, cybersecurity, cloud services, remote desk support, and more. And don't forget, we also provide audio, video, security camera, and door access control installation. Focus on what you do best and leave the technology to the professionals. Contact Digital Guru today.
Here at the Amanda Frederick State Farm Agency, we do our best to make insurance a little less insurance-y for you. Hi, this is Amanda, your local State Farm agent. You've probably seen our team out and about volunteering in the community, participating in local events, and just doing our all-around best to support and encourage a healthy, vibrant community. Stop into our office sometime and find out why we've been consistently voted best insurance agency in the Valley and why State Farm has been a trusted household name in insurance for 100 years. We hope to meet you soon.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Superior Builders in Breckenridge specializes in post-frame buildings with 25 years worth of knowledge and experience in the post-frame industry. Licensed and insured, Superior Builders offers pre-engineered commercial buildings, farm shops, hobby buildings, and storage buildings. Superior Builders also offers a 40-year paint warranty and lifetime column warranty. Superior Builders in Breckenridge, building your dream to last. 701-238-7740. That's 701-238-7740.
At OSPTI, our focus is on each individual's therapy needs, whether it be for speech, occupational, or physical therapy services. I'm Becky, a physical therapist at OSPTI, and I love being able to provide that personal care to each person that we see with clinics in Breckenridge, Hankinson, and Fergus Falls. You don't have to travel very far from home. From infants to athletes to adults, you can request OSPTI to meet your therapy goals.
Interstate Engineering, our business is about connections. We connect people to water, communities to counties, and counties to the rest of the world. Our work connects main streets to interstates, and yesterday with the potential of tomorrow. With over 40 years of connecting, our experience and expertise are thanks to the clients we have earned, the trust we have built, and the connections we have made. Interstate Engineering, the professionals you need, the people you trust.
In this place, we see potential like nowhere else. Here, vision is boundless. That's why we never settle. We look for the moments when everything becomes possible. The moments that inspire us to make every day better. In this place, there's no such thing as good. There's only great. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Then and down the road. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents.
Look at you pushing buttons.
I'm trying to do something over here. I don't know what it is, but
you got the band, the orchestra moving and playing.
Right.
Do well with that.
I'm doing whatever I can.
It's
over
amazing.
Here.
Isn't
We got
all
her,
kinds of talents.
Isn't it something?
We got her all taped together over here.
He's a Swiftie too. Did you know
I'm
that?
not a Swiftie. Don't start that.
What's that?
He's like, what's that?
We always said that everybody was paying attention to Taylor Swift down at the Kansas City game. So we kind of named Chad Affield our own Taylor Swift here of the Wahpeton and Breckenridge areas because he's always at the games and everybody pays attention to Chad Affield. Right. So we were talking about Swiftie last night and being a Taylor Swift fan. Of course, we started getting text messages about B-Dub being a Swiftie, so because he knew her songs and all that stuff. So. Okay, we're joined now by head coach.
It's fine. Let's first of all, before we get started here, okay?
He didn't want to let that out of the bag, I don't think.
I didn't. Anyway, before we get started here,
yes,
does he have his headset on right?
Oh, you got the ears in the right spot?
Better check. I'm used to one, not two.
Right. So
might have been it.
There you go. I'll let you off the hook with
That's
that
true.
because he's used to only having one, so he's not used to checking that. He's like, oh, that feels okay. Yeah.
That's true. That is true. I never thought of that.
Yeah,
so welcome everybody back to Three Borders Sports Network and this fun and frivolity. And welcome to the Coaches Show presented by Giant Seeds and Snacks. I'm Joe Schreiner. He's Brian Watson. Our Comdell Innovation Play of the Week is coming up at the conclusion of our interview with head coach Wade Gilbertson of the Wahpeton Husky football squad. Wade, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Appreciate you coming in.
Fun every time I come in here.
Appreciate you having fun with B-Dub and being a Swiftie and
oh my God,
being a part of that.
I probably won't forget that, Joe. Thanks for that.
All right. You sat down, and I think all I said was wow, and we were off air. And again, I guess that's just the word. Homecoming was a great win. Let's just start with that. It was a great win for the Huskies to come back and defeat a come-from-behind win. 19 seconds left on the clock when it was all said and done. Wow. You just got to go back and look at it. And we've had a lot of views on our YouTube channel, and I'm sure a lot of people are doing that and looking at the final play of the game because there were a lot of fans that unfortunately left the stadium as well.
Yeah, I noticed that when I turned around to see the explosion of the crowd after I knew that he was going to take it in, and all of the students were gone, all lined up over by the locker room.
Yeah, they were over there.
I think there were quite a few kids that missed it.
Yep, I think there was. I talked to some of the students, too, at the volleyball game the other night, and they said that exact same thing. Well, we thought we'd go down and do the tunnel thing. And it was a crazy experience. But let's just talk about the game, and then we'll get to that final play at the end again. I'm sure folks want to hear about that. Nice win for the Huskies, 16-14. A couple things I want to talk about. Just first of all, Coach, the opening drive, the fourth down fake punt. My question to you is, and maybe you don't want to answer it the way you want to answer it, does Trayton have, as Trayton is your punter, but we all know that he's a great runner for you and obviously a pass catcher now too, but does Trayton have that call in his own mind that, because he does that little run to the right to do his punts, but if he sees an opening, does he have the green light?
You know me all too well over the years.
Go ahead.
Boy, I like it. I like it. You know that in our offense, we give the players a lot of freedom. We do, because we believe that in doing that, you can never be wrong.
Yeah.
If you teach them the right way, but it takes a lot of time and effort to teach it that way to them. Yep. But then I don't think that we're ever in a bad position offensively when we give the kids that opportunity. So, yes, is the answer to your question. It actually started in the winter because we've never done the rugby punt style before.
Yeah.
We were in Minneapolis for a coaches convention, and two of our coaches actually came up to me as I'm taking notes in a session, and they say to me two words, and they go, rugby punt. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about rugby punt for? Yeah. I'm trying to learn this and whatnot. And, they said, listen, Trey has the opportunity to run the football on any time that we punt the football. You give him the ability to do that, just like we give our quarterback the ability to make plays at the line of scrimmage. And I said, yeah, we'll look into it. And I was kind of sold right there on the spot that we're going to give Trey Mauk the ability to run left, to run right. If he sees an opening, we told him, just go get it, and we'll live with the consequences.
Yep.
And if you go back in time, when Coach Mike McCall was our head coach, there was a time when Ryan Smith, one of our staff members, was our punter as well.
Yes,
and
that's right.
there was a game or two where he took it upon himself. It wasn't called. So I didn't make a call on the sidelines that we were going to fake it. We give Trey the freedom to do that. And so we're expecting it every single time. In fact, there was another time in the later portion of the game where we punted, and every one of us was saying, holy cow, he should have broke that outside. He probably should have went and scored. But, yeah, going back to the Ryan Smith thing, there was a couple of times where he grabbed the football and just took off as well. So it just gives us another little wrinkle to our punt team, and teams are starting to figure it out. But we gave him the option to run left or run right.
Okay,
so, yeah,
opposing coaches in the future, if you're watching this and you're scouting Coach Wade Gilbertson, don't worry. If Trey sees that pressure from the outside coming in, he'll squirt up the middle on you. So he'll find that hole.
Yes, he's reading what the defense is doing, especially when we go in motion on our punt. He's going to see what the defense is going to do to shift to that when we try to overload the right-hand side. And that's why he took off to the left, because we've given him that option to do that as well. So, I mean, it's just to me, I think in our staff, I think that's smart football.
And it was a great call or a great decision at the time. We'll just say one or the other. And because it ended up and you went down and scored.
Yeah, and it extended the drive, and we weren't particularly doing very well in that first drive.
Yeah, it was almost 3-0.
Yeah, and I have a script of plays that we go through, and I was telling the guys before the game in our pregame offensive meeting that don't be surprised if we go hurry up here if we win on first down, because we always want to win on first down. We want to get into a situation because every of 3rd and 4 at least, because every single play we have in our playbook I think is designed for 3rd and 4 and be able to move the chains, and that keeps us on schedule. When we're 2nd and 8 and then we're 3rd and 7, that's obviously tougher to do, and every single football fan in the world knows that. And so we told the kids, don't be surprised if we go hurry up right away if we're winning first down, and we didn't win first down. And Trey went out there and ran it around the left end to the field side of the field and easily got the first down because of his speed, and that kind of set us in motion, and that kind of got the kids a little bit fired up.
Yep, got them excited.
And took it down and scored and took the lead on them.
Jackson Vries, a nice 23-yard pass from Bjorn.
That was great. When working on that, we were watching their coverage on tape, and hats off to all of our coaches and even our players. Our coaches watch endless amounts of film. Our players even dabble in the film a little bit, and we taught them up that this is the kind of coverage that we're going to expect. This is the kind of reaction that we're going to expect when we run what we would call a hitch and go. We're going to pump fake it, and then we're going to spin out of it, and we're going to basically be a double route, combination route. And finally, somebody other than Trey Malk scored a touchdown as well, and Bjorn stepped up beautifully into the pocket, made a great throw. And if you go back and watch it on tape, and I don't know, it's probably on the Three Border Sports, you'll see what we're trying to teach Bjorn too, with when he knows where he's going to go with the football pre-snap, we have to look that safety off and then go back to where we're going to throw the football. And Bjorn did a wonderful job. He caught the snap. He looked to his left. And if you watch it on film, the safety, what we call, is going to bop, bop. That means he's going to take steps that direction where the quarterback's eyes are going. And then immediately he turns back and he sees that safety do that, and he puts it on DeVries. Perfect.
Oh, it was a perfect shot.
Yeah. Great pass. Great route by DeVries as well to put us up early.
It was a nice pass, nice touch pass, if you will. And Brian, you got to remember bop bop when you're doing
bop bop.
Yeah,
bop bop. I'll remember that when I'm teaching D.
Yeah. Or when you're color analyst at a football game.
Yeah, there we go. I like it.
And in basketball coaching, it's probably the same as football coaching. There's a new language that the kids start to learn from their coaches and the play calls and stuff like that. So they know the vernacular of it. The kids could probably explain to you better than I could what bop bop means.
I'm gonna ask Trey next time I see him.
Yeah, you should
do that.
You should.
All right, Braden Steffens, great defensive night for him. Just a great night for him.
He continues to grow as an athlete and as a player. The confidence level in this kid is rising every single day. And, boy, I tell you, when he was a freshman last year, I kind of told our staff that this might be our next Caden Kappas.
Yeah.
And he is slowly starting to prove that he might be able to fill a role like Caden Kappas did, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, he can go up and make a catch.
He definitely can. He's very, very athletic. He's kind of one of those quiet type of leaders as well, which Caden was, and made some spectacular plays. And he's also, the other thing that I think he has in common with Caden is that you tell him one time and he's going to get it.
He figures it out.
He's going to figure it out. And couldn't be happier with the defensive performance. He comes away with 2 picks the other night, and we played him in man-to-man a little bit because we believe that he's a good enough athlete to be able to do that. So, yeah, he's been a big part of our defense so far this year, and he only continues to get better. It's going to be real scary watching him on both sides of the ball when he's a junior and senior.
All right. In the first half, Coach, something that I haven't seen, and we brought it up on the air on the broadcast on Three Borders Sports Network. We had a 23-yard, 28-yard field goal, whatever, 23-yard. How about that? Marcos Blasquez, the foreign exchange student, puts her through the uprights, and it probably would have been good from 35.
It could have been. It's a pretty good kick, and he's been working on it, and I think he was upset with himself, and there's a language barrier there. Everybody, I think, knows that Marcos is an exchange student.
Yep.
So there's a little bit of a language barrier there. We do have a couple of players on our team that do dabble in Spanish a little bit, and so that helps, that our players are there to help translate some things, and I couldn't get much out of him, but I do believe that I can read body language fairly well.
Yeah.
He was upset that he had missed a couple of extra points when we were playing previously, or the games he played in previously, and took it upon himself to work a little bit harder on it. And not that he doesn't work hard on it, because every time he comes out to practice it, he's as locked in as anybody on the team at his craft, and gave him the opportunity. And I honestly think he was much more relaxed in that game on Friday night, even though it was more of a pressure situation than an extra point.
At that point in time, yeah.
So very happy with him, very proud of him.
That's pretty cool. We brought it up in the air because of course, I'm gray-haired and old, but I could not remember the last time that we kicked a field goal, and somebody sent me a little video of Tucker Hermes kicking a field goal back in 2018.
It's probably been 6 or 7 years.
Has it?
I'm almost certain it's been at least 6 or 7 years, maybe a little bit less, possibly. Tucker was graduated, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago?
2018 was when he kicked it, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
So
it's been a few years.
Yeah.
And we've been working on it here and there. I mean, we don't work on it an awful lot, but we have been working on it just a little bit here and there. And there was no question in our mind. One of our coaches got on the headset and said, "What do you think, field goal?" And I said, "Absolutely.
Wow.
Field goal, let's go," instead of trying for the touchdown. So
good
put us up 10-0
for Marcos to do that. Good for the Huskies to get that extra tool in the toolbox.
Yeah, it really is. And the kids were jacked up about it.
So a 10-0 lead going in at halftime, Coach, in the homecoming game, and then Valley City kind of came to life there and got a couple of touchdowns. They started running the ball.
Yeah, and we expected them to throw it a little bit more than they did, but they kind of their game plan in the second half was to ground chuck it on us. Yeah, and they did. They really did, and we couldn't get much moving on offense. I mean, when you throw the ball more than you run it, you kind of take a chance winning that football game. I mean, I've told our team a couple of different times and told our staff that if you want to win it all, you have to run the football.
Yep.
And we weren't able to get anything going on the ground at all. And hats off to them. Their defensive game plan was great to stop Trey.
Yep.
They had some big boys up front that were eating up blocks, and it took 2 of us to move them, and sometime it was probably going to take 3 of us to move those guys.
There were some big boys.
They were big, and they were nasty, and they were aggressive up front. So we had to kind of rely on our passing game a little bit. Threw it, I believe, 35 times and only ran it 27 times. I mean, it's close to being 50-50, but we're on the wrong side of that 50-50, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Had to rely on Bjorn, had to rely on our receivers a little bit, had to try to come up with different ways to get Trey in space a little bit in that second half. And we told our guys, I get it that they're driving the football, but our defense gave us every opportunity to win that game. They got off the field multiple times, made big plays when they had to.
On big stands.
Yeah. We call it our money down, 3rd and 4th down, where that's where you're going to earn your money. And they did a great job. All of our defensive coaches all week worked tirelessly on that game plan for Valley City, and like I said, they gave us every opportunity to win in the end, and we had to remind our kids at times that, hey, something good is going to happen. We're going to get a bad snap out of them. They're going to drop the football. They're going to decide to run a stupid play and throw it, and we're going to pick it.
Yep.
Something good will happen, and continue to play the football game, and to their credit, they did.
I read that on some of the daily news articles that that's what you said. You said don't give up. And let's talk about that final sequence of plays. Valley City's got the ball deep in their territory, almost into your red zone. I think the ball was at the 22-yard line, and they just started kneeling. And you had a couple of timeouts left, and let's talk about that. I mean, it just, I'm sure you don't want to question a coach too much.
No.
But some of the thoughts had to be going through everybody's mind as like, wow, we're going to get the ball back.
Yeah, we knew we were going to get the ball back as soon as they started kneeling it, and the officials had told us that, hey, they're planning on kneeling it here. And we even had a conversation with the officials at one point that this game's not over, so don't expect us to take it easy when they're kneeling it.
Right.
Yeah, and so we had our 2 timeouts, and we were thankful that they were trying to kneel it. Yeah, and to give us the ball back at that moment and to have...
I even mentioned it on the air, Wade. I thought the quarterback, can't think of his name right now, but anyway, I thought the quarterback on the 4th down might take off sprinting toward the other end zone and take the safety and try to blow off time.
That's a possibility.
You
But
know,
then
I guess
kick it back to us then, too.
Right, and then kick it back to you guys so you're pinned deep again, and you're still at a 14-12 game, and they're still leading.
Yeah, you can take some time off that way, and we did that in a JV game actually earlier this year when we were up 3-0. But that's neither here nor there. But you know, the one thing that we were prepared for them to do on 4th down was to take a shot. We believed with everything that we had that they were going to drop back and they were going to throw it in the end zone and try to take a shot, or they were going to possibly try to get outside and sweep it on us, something like that. And lo and behold, they decided to drop back and take a knee again on 4th down, and they really didn't waste much time there.
No,
by doing that, and it didn't give them a chance to possibly score. And thankfully, we got the ball back. So yeah.
So yeah, you get the ball back with 34 seconds, and we talk about team speed that the Huskies have. You know, you obviously look at your main weapon there. You got Trayton Malk, then you've got also Jackson DeVries that can fly. Braden Steffen's got good speed on the outside. The guy that can catch the ball. I mean, you've got a lot of offensive weapons there with 34 seconds to go.
Yeah, and with those guys with speed and the guys that have the ability to catch the football, I mean, I honestly believe that anything can happen, and that's, again, why we were telling the kids, hey, something good's going to happen in the end, and weird that it worked out that way, because sometimes coaches say that and that good thing doesn't happen. But we were throwing everything at them in the previous series that we had as well. When they stopped us on downs, we had to go for it. There was no choice.
Yeah, exactly.
We're trying to come up with every type of explosive play that we have. We're trying to send Trey down the middle of the field streaking, and we're trying to get an all-go route and trying to run combination routes to get something going. And you know, it came down to a play that we had run another time in the football game. We ran earlier.
You did?
Yeah, we ran this same play earlier in the football game, but we tweaked it a little bit is what we did at the end. And so what we usually...
So a Sandlot kind of a thing. You took your chalkboard out and...
We weren't drawing it up in the dirt or anything, but, you know, we have a play where we wheel Trey out of the backfield. Some people call it a rail route. We just call it get on a wheel.
Right.
And he wheels out of the backfield, and many times when teams are in a prevent, they won't have anybody to cover that, and we can get the ball to him in space, and then he can create. Many times if a team decides to put 6 guys in the box and then play a prevent defense, that only leaves you 5 guys to play prevent defense. And if you get 4 guys streaking down the field and get those preventers deep, you can sneak Trey out of the backfield, and maybe a linebacker tries to cover him, and he's going to be a linebacker all day long.
Right.
The one thing that we changed on that play in particular was that we just decided to not give it any motion. What we had done previously, and you watch a lot, we have a lot of motion.
A lot of motion,
times.
yep. Jackson's in motion a lot. Yep.
We took the motion out of it. We many times bring Jackson DeVries with that play so that he's the flat option and Trey's the deep option. And we decided not to bring him in motion on that play, and I believe that helped open it up a little bit. And our coaches talked about it previously. We were on the sidelines talking about that particular play. Do we hand it off to Trey? Do we bubble it to Trey? Do we get him out in space and just let him create? And finally, I decided on this play. And to be able to take the motion out of it, I think helped an awful lot. And Bjorn Kubala did a great job. When we ran the play previously in the game, he tried to put the ball on Trey immediately. instead of waiting for Trey to clear the defender.
Gotcha.
He put it on him immediately, and both Evan McCall and I, Evan's our quarterbacks coach, we had told Bjorn to be a little bit more patient on that play if we run it again. And Bjorn, to his credit, it looked like he wanted to put it on Trey again right away, but then he took a couple more steps back into the pocket, away from the pocket, I should say, and let Trey clear, and then he floated it over his head. And I guess the rest is history.
Beautiful spinning catch by Trey.
You get the ball in his hands in space, there's something cool is going to happen.
78 yards later, it's 16-14 victory. So, they get the ball back with 19 seconds to go. I think they had a couple plays that were positive yardage there with 19 seconds, but again, they just ran out of time.
They did. I think they were able to move the ball close to midfield. They threw a couple of short passes and got it out of bounds, and we were okay at that point. And it's something that we practice on defense every single week in our scripted practices on Thursdays. Towards the end of our scripted practice, we'll practice those end-of-game type of plays, like your hook and ladders and your crazy type of deep balls, teaching the kids to bat it down or intercept it or what to do at certain points.
Yep. Well, congratulations again on the great homecoming win. And just quickly, Coach, let's talk about this coming Friday. Now you got Grand Forks Central up at Grand Forks Central, and I see, is that correct? It's an early start. It's a 6 p.m. start up there.
Correct. They start their home games at 6 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going up to Grand Forks Central this Friday night and going up there. And I don't want to say a playoff game, but, it's going to help. I mean, if you get a win here, that's a big game.
Yeah, and you knew what I was going to say about Trey earlier with the punt play and giving him the option to do that. You know what I'm going to say about that probably too is that we preach to the kids all week long that we're just going to get our work done, and not once have we mentioned that this game could possibly vault us here or vault us there, and we just want to get our work done, and Friday night will take care of itself.
My partner's over here shaking his head. Joe's the play-by-play guy, so he always looks ahead. And
of course, and why wouldn't you?
Get the crowd amped up and get the fans all fired up, and he's sitting there saying, Joe, one game at a time. Joe, one game at a time.
He doesn't coach.
No, not anymore. I gave that up a long time ago.
He does play-by-play. So,
and does a great job of it.
Yeah, he does. He does. No. So we'll leave him to the play-by-play, and we'll leave that other stuff to
we'll leave
the
coaching
people.
up to you guys.
So,
yes.
And that's the fun part of the coaching stuff is trying to form a mindset with the kids. I mean, I really enjoy it. I really do.
Well, and you probably didn't hear Coach Ralph's comment about his girls golf team this year. I asked him, what if you had to describe your team in one word, because they're done for the season, and his reply was goofy. But it's a good goofy, I'm sure, because he gets that camaraderie and that friendship and that bonding with them, and it's just a good time. And now you just mentioned that too, trying to form that relationship with the boys.
Yeah, and trying to do that kind of stuff is really what I think is enjoyable as a coach. Trying to figure out the next week's opponent, trying to get the kids in the right mindset. It's so much fun, and we've got a pretty good football team that responds to quite a bit of that stuff. So.
Yep. All right, then Grand Forks Central this Friday night at 6 p.m. up at Grand Forks Central, and head coach Wade Gilbertson of the Huskies. Anything else you want to?
Hey, the crowd on Friday night, amazing.
It was crazy.
The kids were great. The energy at the school all week was great.
Yeah.
I love it. And let's go do that again.
That'd be fun.
Let's go do it again.
All right, and after that, you got Fargo South as your final home game on the, I can't read don't have my glasses on, the 10th, I think it is? No, 13th. My arms aren't long enough. 13th. So the 13th is your final home game against Fargo South, and then you got Turtle Mountain after that. So here, play-by-play guy looking ahead again.
One at a time.
That's okay.
All right.
One at a time.
All right, head coach Wade Gilbertson of the victorious Husky football squad on homecoming, 16-14 over Valley City. It's a thrilling victory at the end. If you left the game early or haven't seen the end, make sure you go out to Three Borders Sports YouTube channel and watch it. It's pretty cool.
They might see it if they hang around a little bit. They might.
What is it possible?
Are you saying the Comdale Innovation Play of the Week?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying we might see it.
All right, stay tuned for our Comdale Innovation Play of the Week. As Brian just kind of hinted to that, we'll be right back after these messages. Again, Wade, good luck.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Since 1987, Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track. Red River Valley and Western handles shipping, freight car repair, storage options, and now transload services. With over 30 years of experience in the railroad industry, they know dependable service is what you strive for. Red River Valley and Western is proud to be a part of the community since 1987.
At Smith Motors in Wahpeton, we take great pride in delivering the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle and budget. Like the eye-catching Chevy Equinox, the rugged, hard-working GMC Sierra. Since 1960, Smith Motors has provided an excellent automotive experience. From low-pressure sales to high-quality service, our customers come first. Know what you want and it's not on our lot? Let Smith Motors find it for you. Smith Motors, small-town friendly, big-town deals.
Washing your car just got a whole lot cheaper. With All Seasons Car Wash Unlimited plans, you can wash your car whenever you want for as little as $33 a month. You can even wash your pet at All Seasons Car Wash. So this fall, keep your vehicle and your pet clean. Conveniently located at 1300 4th Avenue South next to Tractor Supply Company in Wahpeton. To enroll in an unlimited car wash plan, please visit allseasonscw.com.
Every business begins with an idea. With dedication, hard work, and high-speed broadband, that idea can grow into something giant. The member organizations that form BAND are proud to support North Dakota businesses every step of the way, from the soil to the stadium. The Broadband Association of North Dakota, helping North Dakotans grow bright ideas into big business.
Welcome back, everybody, to Three Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner. That's Brian Watson, and you have just witnessed our Coaches Show presented by Giant Snacks, and our camera shots are brought to you by Digital Guru, and also we're on Red River Communications cable channel number 28. We want to thank all of our sponsors. They've done a great job with us all season, and without them, we couldn't do this. Again, Yield Advantage, Miller & Associates. I mentioned Digital Guru, Farmers Union Insurance, and Kyle DeVries, who we're next door to now, a great neighbor, and OSPTI, Amanda Frederick, and State Farm Insurance, Condell Innovation. The play of the week's coming up here shortly. Also, Amanda Frederick and State Farm Insurance, and we'll go on down the list here, Brian, as long as I've got it. Giant Seeds and Snacks, Essentia Health, Smith Motors of Wahpeton, Wahpeton Daily News, Superior Builders, Optimum Rehab, Interstate Engineering, Sanford Health, Red River Valley Western Railroad, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Red River Grain, Bold Print, All Seasons Car Wash, you just saw the commercial, Minn Kota Ag Products, Bell Bank, Gripper Sports, Tyler and Wayne got all your favorite team sports apparel right here on Dakota Avenue, North Dakota State College of Science, Red River Communications, Mindak Farmers Cooperative, and First Community Credit Union. Without those folks, we couldn't do this, folks, so make sure if you see any of these businesses, please tell them thank you on our behalf, because without them, we couldn't have this fun and frivolity without them.
Yeah, we appreciate it. It helps us provide content for at no charge to our viewers, so that's what we really appreciate. So we like that.
We do, and we've moved into some new digs here. Like I said, we're neighbors now with Farmers Union Insurance here. We're in the back half of his facility here, right on Dakota Avenue.
Yep, right downtown.
Going to make some changes here, and I forgot to tell Margaret this is where we are, but she found us.
She found us
eventually. Yeah. So again, a great night here with the coaches. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun. We appreciate them all coming in, and like I said, we try and give them the opportunity to promote their program.
Yeah.
And I think they do a good job of it. We appreciate them coming in on a consistent basis. They don't have to. It's at night. Some of them probably want to be at home relaxing a little bit, but we appreciate them taking the time to do that.
Taking their Wednesday night and spend some time with us and with you, the fans. All right, B-Dub, we're going to come to our Comdale Innovation Play of the Week. Comdale Innovation, let us show you how we can deliver your next project faster and better. And they just had a big week out there, too. I saw on Facebook they had an open house, and they're doing a Comdale Spirit Week or something. And,
there you go.
They're doing all kinds of fun stuff out there. So they're sponsoring our Play of the Week. Are we going to come back after this?
Yeah, we can come back and say goodbye. But
okay, let's do that.
I think you want to. Well, everybody knows what it is.
Everybody knows what it is.
So here we go.
You kind of gave it away here a little bit ago.
We kind of did. Here's the big finish from from Friday night from homecoming. Bjorn Kubala to Drayton Mount.
A lot of fans excited. Here we go.
So here we go.
You got a lot of speed on the field for the Huskies, and I'm sure the Highliners do too as well as they drop back to the 40-yard line. They're 20 yards almost off the ball.
Big cushion there.
Pass comes over to Malk, and he makes a spinning catch, breaks a tackle, 40-50, and we're going to have a lead by the Huskies on that. Pass completion to Trayton Mount. Holy cow.
Comdell Innovation is now hiring production technicians for a variety of shifts with opportunities to make $20 or more per hour. Work in a clean, climate-controlled facility. Second shift, 4 10-hour days, every weekend off, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m., and 4 crew rotation, straight days, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., or straight nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Apply in person or online at ComdellInnovation.com. Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton, an employee-owned company.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I kind of cut you off on the end there, but
that's all right.
That's the best I could do. I was struggling to put that together, too, by the way.
Holy cow. And you did a great job. You always do a great job with that, man.
Well, I did what I could do. But there it is right there.
We don't have a big production studio.
No, we don't. We don't have a big budget either, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And, I mean, like Coach Gilby said, it's never over till it's over. And the key part of that is getting the boys to believe that, hey, we can go out here, we can make a play. They had to move the ball the whole second half.
Yeah.
So to come out and make that big play, and for Kubala to make that throw, that throw was perfect.
And the catch, as I described it on the play, it was a spinning catch, as you saw.
Yeah, it was. And
so great throw, great catch.
Yeah, just make a man miss, and there you go. And that's what you can do when you have a player like Trayton. So it's good.
It was a fun game to call, and of course the Huskies come out victorious on that one. And we got a busy week next week, man.
Yeah, next week's going to be busy. We got football on Friday here.
On Friday with New York Mills and Breckenridge.
Yep.
Let's see what else we got going on Monday. Nothing on Monday, I guess. So Tuesday is WAP Volleyball versus Valley City. Then our coaches show on Wednesday. Then Thursday is WAP Volleyball versus South. And then football on Friday versus South. And then we're treated to some volleyball on Saturday.
On Saturday, yeah. So next week's going to be a busy week, and we'll get them all in. We're getting kind of down to crunch time here.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
We're going to get into volleyball playoffs pretty soon. Here, we already got tennis playoffs that are going on. Golf State's done. So golf season's done. Cross country's going to be winding down here. So we're going to get into it, and then we get to the money season. We like that.
Yeah. Then it's going to be fun. So
yeah.
It'll be tournament season. Then it's going to be basketball season coming up pretty quick.
Yeah, and we start earlier this week, this year, I should say, since with the change of class, our division, I should say. We're being Division A this year, so looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun, but we'll talk about those coming up here later in a few months. So we'll talk about that fun stuff. All right, man, we're ready to go?
I think so. I'm ready to go home. I haven't had a meal yet tonight, so I'm going to have to figure something out here.
I did have a cookie.
might have one of those. But
all right,
I need to watch my blood sugar. So
I know we both do. That's how old we're getting.
Yeah,
Did I tell you I pulled my hamstring?
Yeah, I know you're chasing after combine.
Man.
I still don't understand that. I still don't understand that.
I was trying to imitate Trayton Mount there.
Oh, okay.
The other day at the farm, and I was showing everybody.
I still don't understand why you're chasing combine. That's okay.
I had to throw the sample box underneath the combine so that I could tell them how many beans were going into the box.
Just make a guess. That makes
sense.
Just make a guess.
I could have.
Yep. Educated guess.
I could have.
There you go.
So. All right, folks. Thanks for joining us here on the Three Borders Sports Network and our Coaches Show presented by Giant Snacks. For Brian Watson, I'm Joe Schreiner. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you Friday night from Breckenridge High School as they take on the New York Mills Eagles. Good night, everyone.